Hey, what's up, everybody? Um, so today I want to talk about something I've been seeing a lot in threads lately is this like click that everybody's talking about when they do their Midi sidechaining, like with Shaperbox or Gatekeeper or any kind of Midi shaper, um, Midi trigger. So, I mean, usually you won't even hear the click, because it'll just be masked by the entire tune, and the click will pretty much just be inaudible. But I've kind of just went a step further and just made sure that there's just no click in after the sidechain. And really, it's as simple as putting a sidechain compressor after the so-called click. And I recently did this because I was working on a tune and I could definitely hear the click. And I think it has something to do with having the groove pool on and having an external Midi. But either way, I heard it, so I was like, hey, what if I just throw a compressor after the shaper box? Because it's really the release that I like um, with the volume shapers, not exactly the first, let's say, 10 milliseconds of it. Who cares about that part? But um, I also want to go into why I stopped doing the millisecond offset with the ramp. I used to put like a ramp like this and then find out the millisecond and then offset it with the side chain, but I don't like doing that anymore. I feel like it's harder to dial in the side chain with that, and you'll hear even more clicks sometimes if you have more kicks. So I stopped doing that, and now I just have that 0 to infinity and essentially 0 milliseconds, um, and just get rid of the click with a really, really short compressor. So I'll show you what it sounds like without the no click on just the bass. So there's definitely a click going on, and normally you wouldn't hear that, but let's see if we can hear it in the tune with the drums and everything like that. So I'm hearing the click. I don't know if you're hearing the click. Maybe I'll really exaggerate it by looping the first like half bar so you can hopefully hear this click happening. Okay, so now let's put my no click thing, compressor, and what I've done here is I've duplicated. Once I found a nice setting on the compressor, I just duplicated it to really make sure that the signal was hitting zero, or sorry, negative infinity. And when I turn this on, you'll notice that there's no click. We can now solo. Let's turn on the snare one too. We can now solo the bass group, and there'll be no clicks audible. So yeah, I'm just getting rid of the first initial click with another compressor, and there's nothing wrong with that. The reason why people like Shaperbox and Gatekeeper is because of the release time on the MIDI shaper sounds way better if it's a volume shaper. Something to do with volume rather than compression. So highly recommend doing something like this to get rid of the clicks. If you think it's trivial and doesn't is inaudible anyways, then this tutorial is not for you. But if you get really bugged out by the clicks, then definitely set this up for yourself. I'm gonna do it from scratch now, and I'll show you how I did it. Let's get rid of these no clicks, and I'll show you my routing while I'm at it. So basically what happens is, this is kind of how my projects used to look without the extra compressor to get rid of the clicks. So I would just add an external instrument. I used kick 2 here. So I just duplicate, or I group the kick, and then I create a chain. You know what, let's just go from very scratch so you can follow along. So let's say this wasn't grouped. And let's get rid of this group too. I've used kick 2 for the snare too. I just found a bunch of really cool things about it. Oh, this is like a polyplex layer. I'll keep that. So we'll get rid of the external instrument. All right, so now there's no side chaining going on at all. That sounds horrible. You definitely want a nice side chain, especially when you have a fat kick and snare. So let's start from 0. Let's go to our kick and create an external routing. So we'll group the kick, go to this chain selector, create chain, find your external instrument, plop it in there, and then you can route the Midi to your bass group or whatever you want to sidechain. And then it'll pick up the first sidechain. So here I named it kick sidechain abbreviated and then box to show me that it's the shaper box. And just chain 1. And then go to snare, do the same. You can also just drag an external instrument right in. And then we'll also send this to the bass group and pick the shaper box chain 1 from the snare sidechain. Alright, so that is how I've done it for a while now. And there's that click, of course. And especially when you have like double kicks, you'll hear that click. So now you grab a compressor and we'll sidechain it. Oh, I forgot to, hold on. Before you do that, what you'll want to do is create a dummy clip of the kick so that you have a very, very short transient and you're working with a very short transient instead of the whole kick. So we'll drag an operator under the external instrument. We'll go to operator. Make sure it's off. You don't want the operator playing with your kick because it's just a dummy clip. And then we'll put it on noise, white noise, just so, you know, make sure that the signal is being sent. So let's go here. Now, right now it's playing the duration of the Midi information, but what you want is a really short click. So we'll go to note length, drag that before operator, and then we can put this to like 10 milliseconds. So it's basically a click, right? And that's what we're trying to eliminate. So we'll keep that, make sure it's off. Over here, make sure it's off. And then we'll go to the snare, we'll do the same thing. In fact, we can just copy this and paste it here. And then definitely name these actually. Don't leave it as operator because that'll be really confusing when you go into your routing. So put kick sidechain operator or something like that. Or trigger, let's do that. Kick sidechain trigger, snare, sidechain, trigger. And now we can set up our declicker. So we'll go to sidechain, audio from kick and snare. And now you go to, actually I like to have it playing because you can see like the signal. It's a little bit more apparent. So right here, see how it's playing, and you want to do post effects And now you just want to have infinity to 1, 10 attack, 0 or 1 release, and then give it a little look ahead so you can really make sure you get rid of that click. And hopefully there's no click. And then to really make sure that it's dipping down, you don't have to. I mean, I don't even hear the click anymore. I'm hearing it a little bit. So let's duplicate this. And now it's 2 compressors that are definitely dipping down, but at least close to zero, to negative infinity. And then I'll just group these, keep organized, no click. Let's do like kick side chain, no click. And then we can just duplicate this. So let's just duplicate it. Minimize this, and we'll call this one snare one. Snare sidechain, no click. Oh, I put no lick, whatever, it's close enough. And then now we'll just simply get the audio from the trigger. And there you have it. You have a no clicking bass group that's getting sidechain, and you can be happy that there's no clicks, even when you solo it or in the tune. Cool, thanks guys. I hope this helps. I'm going to try to do more tutorials and get my YouTube page, my YouTube channel a lot more populated with videos and stuff for you guys to check out. So, yeah, peace out.